You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tatah. The Africa we want: unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherlands calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa. So good evening, dear Pan-African Daily TV fans. We are actually sorry for coming up late on this broadcast, but it's not our problem. We won't get access to come live earlier. And the entire team has been here for the past 2 hours trying to figure out what the issue is. But I'm grateful that we're live now, and we have some very, very sweet breaking news reaching our desk this evening as the first ever vice president of Colombia saw the daylight of a black woman. A black woman for the first time after 214 years. Colombians are rejoicing and are dancing and celebrating the victory of the first ever black woman that is a vice president in the name of Mrs. Frances Marquez. And what she said is what actually made us so happy, even though Africans are actually scared. We talked to some Colombians, Afro-Colombians, and they were like, each time an African stands up and speaking for its people, something extraordinary would ever happen. So Africans have just been living in this fear for long now. When any good thing is happening to them, or the president is voted, or a leader that actually loves his people and stands as the voice of the community, even though they celebrate, there are still some, is it going to be safe? Is everything going to be all right? But as for us from the Pan African Daily, we say congratulations to you, Colombians. You have done the right thing. You have done the right thing as this precious queen, Africa out there, stood for justice for the people of Colombia. And today she said, we are finally happy that after 214 years, we have achieved a government called for the nobodies, a government of the nobodies for the people of Colombia. So we are celebrating this precious victory and calling on all Colombians to continue to support her in her work, because that's the right candidate. And you know what? Even in the inauguration speech, or in the first speeches that we are seeing, we're not going to share some videos or pictures now. We would be following up that story and bringing it live to you on the Pan African Daily TV. I mean, she said, change is unstoppable. And we've been saying it. This is just the unstoppable Africa. Whether you like it or not, some things are just happening in the favor that works for Africa to actually show this is our time. This is the time for African solutions on the, solutions that addresses global challenges, for the world, right? So congratulations to our African descendants in the Colombia. We do know your first ever president or vice president in the name of Francia Marquez. And so we are going to keep Africans actually connected on this precious development, what I really call precious development. I would have loved to, showcase some of the images that we're getting here, but I think we still have to watch out, because like I said, we have been facing challenges even coming live today on this broadcast for today. Yes, we congratulate her. And we will see African leader go on their social media spaces, go on TikTok and create this beautiful pace. If you Google already now, Colombia's first woman, please, hey, just look out at that. Look at that. Look at that. A lot of people who are already joining here and say, we are so excited and very hopeful. That is the unstoppable moment of the Africans. Change is unstoppable. That's what she said. And I love that statement. Change is unstoppable. Doesn't matter how long but it's very certain that it's going to happen. And we just seen Colombians actually really like, yes, we did it. We did it. So we're calling on you, Africans watching us on the continent and in the diaspora, to join African Colombians to push up the victory and celebrate the first ever Black woman vice president after 214 years. A historic moment, a historic event. There's no other news that is so sweet like this news, okay? So, yes, we want to call upon all of you, Africans on the continent, in the diaspora, to rally behind this powerful queen as she's about to roll like the Amazons, popping up one after the other in every part of the world. So, it's your time. It is your time. I want to salute my young champion here, Kabbalah Imhotep of Akop. I've been seeing and following your work on the social media space. Congratulations to you, my young champion. You are just on track. You're on track. And we keep sharing your incredible work out there, reaching out to diasporans to say Akop is the first ever African Continental Unity Party that is mobilizing youth from the diaspora and, I mean, at home and abroad, to put their voices, to step up, to engage in political discourse, and also to become parliamentarians, to start thinking politics, because we cannot do without that. So we congratulate Imhotep, and we wish we're going to be having you anytime soon on the Pan-African Daily for you to give us updates on where Akup is right now. But for all of you that are joining, I think for your first time, you never heard about that. This is also a very important project that started as we all started the new African Daily TV to all other platforms that are advocating for Africans by Africans for Africa. So today I actually want to discuss something very special. Like I said, that topic for today was the Magulification, the role and the impact of Magulification on Tanzanians, and why Africans, I said again, should just mind their business and focus on developing themselves. So I'm going to use the case study, like I said, of Tanzanians that are mobilizing and registering to participate and attend the 15th Africa Expo Festival in Tübingen, Germany in August. And because of this case study, I discovered something very unique about the Tanzanians, or East Africans, as a matter of fact. And I thought it would be necessary for me to share these tips, and in order to empower us, in order to continue to know that he might have passed away, Magafuli Pombe John, His Excellency, but his spirit goes on. The question, and looking from the dynamics, is very obvious that Tanzanians actually learned a lot, and they just mind their business. I mean, when we saw quotations or speeches when His late Excellency, who is our ancestor, a proud one, happily celebrating with the others for doing a job so well and finished it at the right time. Of course, even though we are saying that that's no time, but if you could achieve what he achieved in this short period of time, probably he had no business being here again. His work came to a right time. And we see the president that has taken over in the name of Her Excellency Salimu Samia doing everything to reconcile Tanzanians and to bring that spirit of unity and mobilization to stand up for themselves. Okay. And so you see that role, the role of Magulification, what we kept saying, that there must be an impact, there must be an effect about it. And so you could see Tanzanians minding their business. They know, they learned, they understood when former ancestor President Magufuli John Pombe said, we have no friends. We have to fight for ourselves. We have to make sure that we make it, because otherwise we're going to go empty handed. We have to feed ourselves. We have to take advantages. We have to take opportunities. We have to excel. We have to bring solutions that are our own. And I can really guarantee you that Tanzanians have understood it. They have picked it. Yes, you like the village girls, you know it, right? Tanzanians have picked that attitude. And I can guarantee you that as of now, it doesn't matter whether they're going to get visas or not get visas, all of them, but we have about 60 young Tanzanians, business entrepreneur aspirants in the sector of art, culture, talent, whether they are visual artists or they are tourist experts or they are musicians or they are exhibitors coming with their handworks, like we have the association for carvers, they call it the carvers association, or we have fashion designers. I mean, when I come to think about when somebody tells me about fashion designers, and I begin to think, what is this all about? Fashion designers, they bring in labels, they bring in this. And I went back into my village girl type. I said, but are they not talking about tellers? Is it not just tellers? Something that, Africans, you go to the market space, you stand in a line, they get your dress measured up and tell you just go around and do your shopping. In the next 1 hour or 30 minutes, you can take that dress and wear it and go to a party that evening. And so when I looked at it, I like, we confuse ourselves a lot. Designers, things that young women, mothers, creative talents on the continent, they don't need to go and do some kind of whatever, I don't know. It is just, and you are putting on your fashionable, gorgeous, beautiful African attire and you're off to go. Smart and stunning. Okay. But then these are things that education told us, oh, quality, how to do the finishing. And then we Africans start also believing and like, yes, you know what? We are not quality enough. African goods are not, they are not. And I said, what? Give me a minute. Are you kidding me? Come to the International Africa Expo Tübingen in Germany. You're going to see the women line up there and you can choose what type of design you want, what type of hair you want. They're going to do you a barber's cute, or they do your braid, or they do whatever style you want, whether you're an afro or you want kinky, you're going to get it on spot and you're good to go. That's how smart and creative Africans have become and have always been. Because if you look at your ancestors and question, how did they build the pyramid? And for 2 years, we've been sitting here trying to figure out who we are. Now we know who we are. The next step is, what am I doing with who we are? How am I going to beat challenge my ancestors by doing greater things, more than they did? So we're not going to sit here for the next 2 years again and say, oh, we need our professors. We need this. For what? I told you they already gave you everything that you need to do, and their job is done. Now it's for you to make sure that you get it done. You get it done. Tanzanians, I'm so proud. I mean, I cannot imagine. I'm just like, this evening I got, it landed on my desk, and Patrina forwarded it to me. I'm like, Queen Mother, take a look at this. I said, are you sure? And I like, what is happening? And I got this application from this young, talented group, and they booked their space 5 by 5 at 900 euros or dollars for 4 days. And I'm like, wait a minute. What are they? Do they sell? Are they coming with handmade craft, or they coming with innovation system? Then I saw it's a dance and entertainment company. And I like, wait a minute. And why are they booking for a space? Normally, these are entertainers. We usually just invite them, to be part of the entertainment groups that are there. So they wouldn't have to book a stand or to pay an exhibition fee for what products are they selling. So I gave a ring, I make a call, and he went on and he was laughing and said, are you Dr. Susan? I said, yes, this is me. I said, but I'm just wondering, you applied and booked a space at the exhibition, but you're an entertainer, you're a dancer, an acrobatic, and that. And she said, yes, madam, I book a space because I have my products to sell. And I like, okay, but you did not actually indicate on your registration form that you had to sell products. She said, no, my products is the Afro dance and my entertainment. So I would do gumboot, I would do rumba, I would do salsa, I would do Afrobeat, I would do, I would do a bongo dancing, and I was like, wait a minute. I said, and I'm going to offer workshops for the Munzungus, for the Caucasians, for all your visitors at a price. And so, yes, I'm selling the African talent and music and the way we dance and the way we entertain, the way we laugh, the way we snap at each other. And I was like, I could listen and listen and listen. You see, this is exactly the point why I say I must come up today for us to share this incredible, beautiful piece and story. You know, to say he might, our ancestor, we might have cried and say he is gone. Oh, we miss him. He left so soon. Oh, why they killed him, and all sort of these stories. No, your ancestors will not even allow anybody to touch your hair if your time is not and your job is not done. He came, he saw, he did, he delivered, he fulfilled his purpose, and they called him home. Nobody is so strong enough more than your ancestors to take your life away. Africans get it. And that's why we were telling King Mapunga, nobody's going to kill you. If your ancestors see that your work is done and you've done it perfectly, and they're going to call you home. And by the time we start realizing that when we fulfill our purpose, our mission on earth, it is time for us to go. It doesn't matter how you left. It doesn't matter whether someone was used to take you out. It is the will and it is the might. Your purpose, your mission is done, complete, finished, and well done. So at some point in time, we will start celebrating. You know what? Sometimes we're so afraid not to die, or we it's just like, oh, why am I we afraid? Because you haven't achieved your mission, your purpose, you haven't done it. You have invested your time that you came with a mission and a vision into something else, chasing some shadows that you don't know, something that was not made for you, something that you ought to have just come here, drink your water, and mind your African business and fulfill your mission and your purpose. You divert. You start looking for other people's dreams. You start thinking for me to sell a product means I have to be wear a coat and a tie and get some business classes and and stay and say I'm a consultant or I'm a this. I spoke to this young guy and I was like, I could touch this guy. And he was like, no, madam, I am coming to sell my products. And I was like, what kind of products? You did not indicate whether you're selling weavers or you're selling handcraft or you're selling cultural products. You didn't indicate on your registration form. And he said, of course, madam, I am selling rhythms and dance and the different types of dance from Africa. Those are African solutions on the global platform. When we start saying, bring your brands made by Africans, it doesn't mean brands must be clothes or labels or anything that you do. Even just your speaking, your moderation, your dancing, your laughter, your entertainment, your comedy. Those are African solutions that the world desperately is looking for. What are you waiting for? Nobody is going to replace this place because that is the African space. And like I always say, you cannot beat them with what you don't have. You can only beat them with what you have been given by the Most High. Tell me whichever nation and people are blessed and chosen with talent like Africans. Show me one. Music and rhythm and rhythm. Show me one nation. Even the Chinese that we look at them and say, oh, the Chinese is taken over. Show me their music, their rhythm, their dance, their comedy. And I will show you an African. Show me just that. African solutions by Africans doesn't mean we have to create rocket science. We have to just bring what you have as your mission, your talent. Look at all just you, how passionate we are about things that we love doing, and just build a business around it. Bring it to the Pan African Daily, bring it to our platforms. We're going to give you a global exposure, and nobody will beat you in that field. Nobody. You're going to be the best. Yes, Tanzanians are just minding their business. Have you heard them making too much noise? Doesn't mean that they don't have their challenges in their countries. And even after our ancestors relocated, her sister took place. Show me one African, even a leader that goes to a hip hop party or rapper party or concert that is organized by rappers? Please tell me, show me one. But Her Excellency Samia Suluhu, the president of Tanzania, did it. She did it. A president attending a rapper concert, a hip hopper, with pants down, the baggy thing, you know. Mm, 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 mm. And she was there. Even when her council, her delegation, her security said, Madam, no, you are not going there. These are not the kind of people that they want to see the president with and, going to a hip hop party, somebody that is vulgar and talking about what. And Madam said, I call her my big sister. I'm proud of her. She said, I am going. But she did not even tell the artist, I'm coming to your party or I'm coming to your concert. And in the evening, after relaxing, from a day walk, so tired, and she said, what time is it? Please take me out there. I'm going to the concert. And like, what concert? No, Madam Excellency, no. I mean, you cannot just go like that. She said, I'm going. I'm going. If you're not driving me, I'm driving myself there. I don't need no security. I'm going. And they were like, no, the guys like, no, you cannot just go like that. And she got there and she celebrated. And the whole audience was shocked. Now, you see what? This is what I keep telling us Africans. We have to be on the spot at the right time. Now, who would imagine in our little minds, and in our stereotype setup, that Her Excellency Samia Suluhu in her turban, yeah, a typical religious, loyal mother, queen, woman, would appear on a hip hop concert in a one beautiful evening and dressed up in her turban. I mean, I don't know how I can celebrate this queen, because when you move out of the normal, like I told you yesterday, you have to just be out of the normal. Stop doing things that you do every day. Stop doing things that everybody does. If the line is functional, get out of it. That is your product. That's your brand. That's your uniqueness. You see, we see people that, copy African stuff and want to do it and they say the original. We are the original. And we look at them and we laugh. We say, no, you cannot just be original. We're talking about authentic here. That's what Africans are talking about. Hands off our stuff. We're talking about, and you taking them your brands. This is original. No, we're talking about authentic, because it's about uniqueness. All right. So, yes, what I'm encouraging us, stay focused. Africans, stay focused. This illusion of being a CEO or an entrepreneur or being an innovative, creative, knowledge, I don't know what I can call all these French words, right? Just gather all that and put it in a trash. Just gather all those quotations. Oh, social entrepreneur, CEO. See, your mothers, your ancestors did it long time ago. Now I tell you a story. And when I begin to figure out, I want to welcome my MC is right here, Obed Dube, the African poet from Victoria Falls. No, 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 no. I want to know the original name. It never was a Victoria Fall. It never was a Victoria Fall. Obed Dube. Make sure you correct yourself. I want to see you type the original name, the African name of that fall. It was never a Victoria Fall. So, what is the original name of what today you call the Victoria Falls? I'm asking the Zimbabwean poet, the African poet, who is right here in the chat with us. And he's going to be the moderator and our poet and entertainer 4 days at the Africa Expo Festival in Germany. All right. So, like I was saying, getting back to a topic, gather all these things, put them in a paper bag, okay, a recycle bag, and dump them somewhere. You would know by the time you clear everything and put it into trash, that's when you start discovering who you are. Because that's the point. We keep thinking, oh, we have to come, we have to listen to our scholars, and we sit here all the times. Professor James Moore, I cannot remember how many times he's been here. Professor Pierre Olumumba, I cannot remember how many times. Dr. Arikan, I cannot remember how many times they have been here to lecture to us. King Maponga Joshua, I cannot remember. Rutendo, I mean, name all of them. But the problem is because we keep always mobilize, being in that logic of, oh, a scholar and academic is like, I'm still telling you, our ancestors, my grandmother in the village, never been to school, could not write her name, don't know what ABCD, whatever is, did it, did it, raised 10 children, 15 grandchildren, built empires, went to the farms, fed her family, okay, and never complained. No social welfare, no assistance from anything. And she did it. No credit, no whatever, social security. And they did it. Okay. And today we cannot. Today we're so scared. We're crying babies, crying all the time. Oh, they did this to me. Oh, they're going to do that to me. Oh, they're going to do this. Nonsense. Gather all these things called, hey, I have to be a this and this. Gather them. And like I said, just vomit all of them into a trash. Throw them, and you're going to begin to see who you are. That's the time you start to discover when you remove all those illusions and throw them. You just look at you. Just give yourself some time. All right. Mind your business. Just drink your water. The best thing, don't watch news. Don't watch everything watch only Pan-African Daily. Watch only Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tatah. With Annie F4, aka Queen of Embo, Kingdoms of South, aka Queen Mother of Ashanti Asin community. Okay? Please, the Bamenda girl, watch only her. Gather every other thing, throw. Or you can watch Queen Kate. You can watch Queen Kennedy Gulachi Queen. She is the number one. That means she's celebrating her 21st being on the FMR, the empowering her community. I'm telling you, this queen, I cannot wait to have her on Pan-African Daily. If you see her, you know Queen Kate of the Gulachi community out there somewhere in California or what, please tell her that we need her. We need her on the Pan-African Daily TV. We want to celebrate her victory, okay? But I also want to give her a shout out to our great-grandmother, the proudest one in the house. Who else? Cheryl. Cheryl Penny just had a beautiful. She just become a great-great-grandmother. No, a great-grandmother. No, a grandmother or a great-grandmother. All right, we're going to get Cheryl to tell us about this. She is so cute. I've never seen a baby that, sometimes we say a baby born, you really cannot know who they resemble. But this one is Sherry. Finish. We'll be always trying to, fix her, model her, because right now she just came so fresh. She doesn't even know what is happening around her. She's just being confused. When the princess, little cutie, would get into her, we're going to celebrate her with you here. So we want to say congratulations to you, the youngest, the latest, great grandmother on the continent, who happens to be the senior executive of Pan-African Daily TV. Congratulations to you again. And all of you that are celebrating every beautiful successes in your life. It doesn't matter. Anything that the Creator has empowered you today to celebrate, to look upon life and say, thank you. I am grateful. So what was I saying when we go back to say, gather all this? I want to greet my cousin, Muna Fogwe, who is watching us from the village in Cameroon. Yes, from the village. That's the first son of my uncle, my able uncle, who is an ancestor now. And this is exactly the uncles that I said raised us up, and we left on farming. He was doing trees, cutting down trees, and, an ecological prophet and a man, a strong believer. in the word, in the God of our ancestors. You understand what I mean? And so we grew up like that. So imagine if we did not follow this routing of I want to be this, we would have just mind our business like Ancestor Magafuli said. We have no friends. I don't know whatever he meant by we have no friends. I don't know whatever he actually meant. We have no friends. Right. He told Tanzanians and East Africans and Pan Africans and Africans worldwide, please just drink water and mind your African business. Focus on what you know you can do. Don't begin to want to be somebody else. And Tanzanians have followed. Like I say, you can see how passionate they are. So quiet and so subtle. I don't argue. Our staffs here taking the registrations for the expo coming up, they quarrel with every other exhibitors. I'm just telling you, it's a lot of headache. Oh no, can't you reduce the price? Oh no, I don't know how to fill the form. How am I going to trust? Oh no, I will bring the money cash there. And they argue and argue and argue. But Tanzanians, they don't argue. They just send their registration forms already attached with their monies paid on the organization, the Africa We Won, the one that is organizing this 15th International Africa Expo. They just transfer their money. They don't even ask you because they read. They go on the homepage. They know on the website. Yes, how am I supposed to do? And you know what? We have a teammate that is Swahili. You already know we'll be celebrating the Swahili Day. I told you it's coming on the 17th of July is the International Swahili Day. International Swahili Day. You never knew it, but they've been celebrating all over. But I think this time it's going to be on the 19th. I really don't know. I don't want to just talk some French here that I don't know. But yes, we are going to celebrate the 17th of July, which is the International World Day. And when I ask and when I research, and they was telling me, like, oh, the UNESCO. I said, what's UNESCO? Like, UNESCO made it the International Day, Swahili. Wow. Have you ever heard that, my people? Have you ever heard that? All right. So, but if you are not, you are getting it right now. So, Swahili is one of the best thing that is going to start happening to us. And you know what we've done at the 15th Africa Expo International? We just have our Swahili interpreters. And so, even the moderation is going to be in English and Swahili. Everything that we're going to be doing now, let's just say yes for now. English is good to go. French, all right. German, of course, because we're in Germany. But, on the African Festival, we moderate always in African language and in English. And our Germans, they just know it. All right. So even that is going to be our moderator knows it already, that he's going to be speaking, he's going to be moderating in one of the languages out there, and Swahili and English. So why do we celebrate? Why should we be ready? Why should we start taking our Swahili classes? Why should we just start by doing shows in Swahili and just like habari, salamat, karibuni, yeah. And so why can we not just start picking some of those words? We have been saying it a long time ago that we're going to start having, our Swahili host here, and it's just gonna sit there and be speaking and hosting just like me in Swahili. You hear it or you don't hear it, you will have to figure it out for yourself. But we're saying that we can just get like, subtitle for now, but it's gonna be coming up in Swahili because we have to embrace Swahili. That is the universal language of the Africans at home and abroad. And I want to thank our sister Resplendus, who actually took that, it's Schwanglish. What is that? Schwanglish, Swahili English. Okay, whatever. And our sister Resplendus already opened a language online course, and they are doing all sorts from scratch course to this and this and this and this. I mean, I really love to have her here on the Pan African Daily, to talk about this. So we are going back to say the Magulification of Africa had an impact on Tanzanians. And you believe me, whether it is in terms of negotiation, they're so cute. Tanzanians are professionals. I even had, to take upon my time last weekend, or that was Wednesday last week, and I wrote an official letter to Her Excellency, the German ambassador to Tanzania, congratulating her and really encouraging her to open up the registration formalities for Tanzanians that are exhibiting on this expo. And let me tell you why. I know other people will be like, why don't you call my country, like Nigerians, all of them that were applying? And I just told them, you know what? I cannot even, we are not even going to touch a penny of your naira without us being sure that you're going to get your visas, because Nigeria, is not really on that list that would easily get visas. For whatever reasons, we're still trying to research to find out what the issue is. But when I reach out to Her Excellency, the ambassador, the German ambassador to Tanzania, she was so cute. I mean, she's just like, tell me everything, let them get their registrations, because I gave every justification, and it's a fact. For the past 5 years, we've had exhibitors from Tanzania, and there has never been any issue. Nothing, from their registration formalities to booking their hotels and accommodation to respecting their guidelines to just respecting the rules. I'm telling you, Tanzania, I can only give you a kudos, and you're going to get an award. Tanzania is going to get an award from the Pan African Daily TV and also from the exhibition. They're going to get Dr. Susan Tatah's award. I guarantee you. I've never seen people that, none of them is an academic scholar that you will see, oh, I'm a professor, I'm a this. They pretend to just be as a nobody, like the Colombian vice president who's been elected. For those of you that are joining now, I already dashed out that sweet message when I started to say the first ever Black woman vice president in Colombia has been elected. In the African descendants, the Colombian community are dancing a sweet dance of merengue and djembe. And I hope all of them have set up their 12-12 solidarity alarm for Ubuntu. I know that they've done it. That's why this victory is so nice. And we are calling on Africans at home and abroad to just begin to recognize Colombia and begin to look for access, how you can collaborate and do deals together and network together and begin to embrace your brothers long ago that were disconnected from you. Our African Colombians are coming up. And I look at this beautiful Black queen. I like, what? And we would have been sit there. We've been sitting here all the time and looking at them and like, oh, you see, they're from Colombia. Oh, you see, they're from this. No, they're your brothers and sisters. It's about time. I can't wait to get a voice, a Black voice, or any kind of voice from Colombia to really justify this. I think I'm going to get Dr. Melinda Harris Barrow, who did the journey of returns, because she's so networked and down-rooted out there. But I can guarantee you that this woman, Marquez Francia, made it. She made it the first ever Black woman to be a vice president. Even though Africans, I know most of you reach out to me and like, Dr. Susan, we are really celebrating and happy. But just with one eye. Like we now, Africans sleep now with their one eye open and the other one closed. They don't trust nothing. They don't trust sleeping with both eyes open. They're like, we don't know how to celebrate. Because at one point we are celebrating, but at the other point we like, is she gonna be safe? You see, that's how far we've gone with the distraction, with our minds, the fear in us. But please just behave like Tanzanians. Behave like East Africans. I mean, it's gonna be a challenge. I'm not lying to you. It is going to be a challenge. It is going to be a challenge. At the International Africa Expo Festival, the 15th edition, it's going to be a challenge. We're also going to play the Challenge Africa Cup, okay? And, among the regions and among the 54 countries that will be represented, or even just a portion of them, whether they're just 10 representative, but we are going to start to challenge ourselves to see which community, which African country, which citizens, the youths, the women are doing incredible things. How are they soaring? How are they exploiting the global platforms to, to show their face and say, we're bringing the solutions, whether it's a music, whether it's a rhythm, whether it's a laughter, whether it's a talent, a dance, or whatever, your food, your culture, your everything. Bring it to the global space. We have a platform for you. Okay. Whether you want to, I mean, I'm telling you, Tanzanians are just incredible. They learn. They have learned. And we keep telling it today, Magulification of Africa. All of you have to tap into the Tanzanians. I know Ernest Parker should be watching me from here, and he's gonna confirm to me, because he is in this, I mean, golden paradise. I've never seen a place that is beautiful. To be honest with you, my queens, my people here, until we start visiting the Africa we want, enjoying the Victoria Falls, whatever. Is it a Victoria? So no, 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 no. All these places that were named after our Caucasians, brothers and sisters. Hey, just go and be. Oh my God, the river of Zambia or Zambezi. You know, I hear some of these things. It's the same thing like when I used to hear about Dar es Salaam, Zanzibar, Serengeti, Moshi, Arusha. Wow. I'll be like, what? But you know what? I cannot host this edition without stepping my foot in Tanzania. No, I cannot. Please, so make sure you are donating to me right now, because I have to be in Tanzania. I have to visit Tanzania before I come for the expo. We're talking about 6 weeks, to be honest with you. And you know the best thing about Tanzania, you don't need a visa. I mean, for particularly for us Germans, you don't need a visa. You get your visa at the airport. Can you imagine? So you don't need to begin to pay some visa fees here, all these koni kind of things. You just get there, and at the end, they don't even ask you, what are you here for? They're just like Ethiopians. I told you my trips to Ethiopia, say, please just be on the flight and let's go there. I am going to Tanzania because I really want to visit it myself, get the vibration so that I know how I'm going to celebrate when we come back at the expo. Me and Sanovia, right? I don't know how we're going to dance to this. I don't know how we're going to push the Tanzanians up, the East Africans. They're going to win all the awards. I can already guarantee you. So what am I trying to say here, people? Don't just think I'm exaggerating. Don't just think, Dr. Susan, she's so emotional. She's a village girl that knows how to coin and say everything. But it is true. It's just true. Felicia Brown, thank you. It's a greetings, peace, and blessing to Dr. Say. Thank you so much. I am telling you, I'm not just wagging my mouth here like a village girl that knows to tell all the stories. I am just saying, the time we start tapping that energy from mother continent, going from one city, country to the other, before we come back, hey, see, all of us would speak another language, right? We're just sitting here. It's like a story. It's like a romance. It's like we sat at the feet of our ancestors, and they begin to narrate. Oh, my father used to be a warrior. He used to go out in the night and he would kill a giraffe or an antelope or a snake, and they will bring it up, and you can see how our mothers will be dancing to cook pepper soup with that snake that was killed by that warrior. And that's how they told us all the stories. And they would tell us at midnight. You know, all of us will be so patient sitting and listening. Nobody wants to hear anything under the moonlight. And you see the bride and the groom when they're doing the traditional weddings, you know, the palm oil and the dancing and washing. And oh my goodness, what are we doing here? Let's just pack our bags and go to Zanzibar, to Dar es Salaam, to Arusha. Like I was telling you, which president, please show me one. Even the so-called civilized presidents don't go to hip-hop parties. To be honest with you, I don't know this. And don't tell me it's a political agenda. You know, because all of us, we always like to coin things. Madam Excellency Samia Suluhu went there in her turban and danced too. Yo, wow, this, and did the swag. Woo! And I was like, hey, who does that? That's a true African queen. That's a warrior. I'm so proud of the legacy that the great ancestors, those that are ancestors and the leaders of Tanzania laid as a foundation. East Africans, you are all dope to the top. All right. I would like to come here tomorrow to talk about another country in the West that is a role model in the East, in the North, in the four corners of Africa and its diaspora. I want to start giving some role models here. Because sometimes when we come and we're fantasizing and we're thinking and we're just dreaming and we're just entertaining and we're just listening to folklores, how they call it, stories are stories. And we want somebody to continue to pamper us, to feed us, and to like, oh, please know who you are. Oh, your ancestors did this. Oh, they built the pyramids. Oh, they constructed bridges. Every civilization that was built, they invented this. And when I listened and I sit and I said, so what is it that they're going to talk about us? The extensions of these ancestors. So we're going to be dwelling only on the glories of our ancestors. What about our own generation? What are we creating? What are we building? What are we really doing? Yeah, I want to dance. I want to dance. And I can dance. Try me, Lawrence. Oh, you don't know this village girl. Try me. Oh, you would see. So, what are we going to leave behind? They left pyramids. They invented mathematics formulas. They were the richest, Mansa Musa, carrying gold and diamonds and cattle. They built roads. They fought, okay? They fought the oppressors. They fought even through the enslavement, even though they had their own shortcomings. But my own question is, we are the extensions. What are they going to say about us? What are they going to say about us? We are dwelling only on the glory of the past. Hmm? Only on the glories of the past. Our ancestors did this. I want to start knowing and asking ourselves, what did we do? Now we see this queen here, the first ever Black vice president of Colombia, Francia Marquez. And she vows in, to stand up for the nobodies. I love this word. Oh my God. And she was thanking them and like, after 214 years, we have achieved a government for the nobodies. And I will stand for the nobodies because at home and abroad. Start researching, okay? Research Colombia. Research Frances Marquez. Tweet as much as you can to congratulate your fellow brothers and sisters in Colombia. After the end, we we are like we did going to Colombia, all right? We are going to, that is unstoppable. We're going to celebrate with that community out there like never before. So make sure you bring your tickets ready. Okay. So, like I said, we are in the same spirit of the Magulification of Africa. We just need to do one thing, set our alarms at 12 to drink water and mind our African business. Use all our possibilities and opportunities to connect with the diaspora connect with your brothers and sisters on the continent and celebrate. Not business unity, but do deals together, work together. I cannot of process and products and services that are going to future this year at the 15th International Africa Expo Festival in Germany. I can imagine because we really were like selective to say brands made by Africans. And so the brands could be entertainment, anything, upcoming artists, DJs, MCs, What is wrong with these professions? What is wrong with these professions when young people are creative and we always begin to make them feel as if it's because they don't have a PhD or because they are not a CEO that they are not qualified to go international? Come and see something in Germany. And you know what? Like we say, one of our products is to give our people international experience. They're going to come, we're going to tour Germany together. That's an experience. So we're going to be doing all this kind of events, whether it's going to be, we're going to celebrate in Colombia, we have access. Travel and knowledge is power, it's wisdom, it's skills that we are learning. And I can tell you, no African is actually coming one just to stay. They just want to gain experience, connect with their peers, make their pictures, for souvenirs. And I ask myself, what's wrong in that? That's why I remind our German ambassadors, and I'm calling up to you, all of you that are watching me, or all of you that would watch this video, to share it to them. Please make sure you support the process of visas to come to the 15th International Africa Expo in Tübingen, Germany. This is a credible platform that was built since 2007. We passed out. We gave our life to it to connect Africans, starting just in Germany, and it just exploded and connected Africans at home and abroad. And today it's unstoppable. Africans connect from all across the globe to visit this wonderful, beautiful space, open to all colors, cultures, but putting Africa at that place, opening the doors to show, to teach, to learn, to dialogue, to celebrate. Okay, that is the global space that Africa provides its solutions to the world. Open for business, for partnerships, for negotiations, for contracts, for learning, for whatever thing. When are we going to bring our own know-how? When are we going to bring our own know-how on the global platform? Nobody is stopping you at that. Nobody. We have knowledgeable people now that are they understand the process. Okay, we know what it means. And we know kind of Africans. And the reason we keep telling these governments out here why our people are dying at sea is because you don't grant them visa. You don't give them legal access to just come, like tourists. You go to Africa, you go to the jungles, you do movies, you film, you do all sort of things. You throw it, you even come and make monies with it. Go to photoshops or whatever, where they're selling pictures. These are all images from Africa, jungles and whatever thing, from the fauna, from the fauna, from everything, from our nature. But when it gets to the point of us getting access to Europe, I mean, just to visit your technology, do pictures and get souvenirs, it becomes like they want to come and stay. In winter? No. It is because of false narratives and communication. But we're taking responsibilities as Africans to say we do know and we understand that our people love their continent so much, but give them access to travel, to visit, to see, just like we give you access to, just like you accommodate and host us. It is a win-win situation, collaboration. Africans are not longer beggars. Africans are no longer connecting just to get no money. Africans are tourists. Now they have money to pay their hotels, their accommodation just for sightseeing. Give me a break. Thinking that every African is a refugee that wants to come and hang in Europe. To be honest with you, a lot are regretting if they could just be here. And that's why even when we're going to do the summer editions, we also would be doing the winter editions all the periods of the year. Because when an African come here in winter, before you know it, they're just running to go back home. Nobody wants to stay. But because we have our siblings out here, our relatives out here, it's just but normal. So yes, we are appealing to all the visas and all the German embassies in Africa and saying all our visitors that will be coming to celebrate and connect with us in Tübingen, Germany, grant them visas. If you have any questions, contact me. If you doubt any of the applications, because personally select them. We select the kind of quality products and the projects that we want here because we are branding and showcasing brands made by Africans, authentic, unique, whether it's just a poet, it's a poetry or a poem or a dance or whatever. So it's not just trash. No. These are the kind of Africans for no reason they will leave their continent. All right. So they're even coming to leave money here. They do. We don't own hotels or own anything. We don't even grow our own clubs here. So they're going to eat your food. They're going to buy. They're going to sleep in your hotels. They're going to travel in your trains and everything. They're going to leave the money here. They're not taking it anyway. So I thank all of you for your support. I thank all of us. And I want to congratulate Tanzanians again. Like I said, you are moving in the right spirit. And we hope to contaminate the whole of Africa with the Magulification process. Just drink water and mind your African business. Focus on your talent, on your skills. Bring something to the global table. Present your projects to the diaspora. We would fund and support you. And stop being crying babies. And stop complaining all the time. Oh, we don't give jobs. Create your jobs. You are so smart and intelligent. I don't know any race of people that are young and smart, and even at all ages, like Africans. You create things out of nothing. So be that African. Don't just to be created. You went to school, you study, you have the academics meant was not meant to just go. I study and I have to work in an office. The best knowledge is when you acquired. And so our people are so rich. Okay. And what we fund you with is the know-how. We give you the skills. We open your brain. That's why some people are saying that, oh, the world is afraid that Africans are opening up, that Africans are, they're getting into. Just focus on the craft that you were given. You don't need to focus on anything. Like I said, gather every other thing. Oh, I want to do entrepreneurship. Go to the village and ask even your great great grandmother. Don't use the word entrepreneurship. She would not know. When I look at the whole events that we're doing, and everybody like, oh, she's so powerful. She's doing a big festival. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? I come from Meta. And any of you that have been in Cameroon, we have a local market called Tat Market. And at that Tat Market, there used to be a young girl, and I followed my mother, who used to and my father was selling their cattle in the cattle market. And I always followed because I was so inquisitive. I always wanted to know everything. And my father would be going to somewhere in a cultural setup. He's gonna take me, whether he likes it or not. Used to carry me on the back because I will cry. I would take into those places. And when we go with my siblings, why in the like girls or kids, they are busy doing other things. No, I'm busy paying attention to whatever thing that the elders are doing. And I was always the one, if the way houses they say girl child or whatever will not enter, I entered. I went into such places because I would bugger and I will make noise and I will cry. I will roll on the ground until I get access into it. That's how inquisitive I used to, growing up in the village. And I followed my mom. And I saw how the women in the market organized themselves. The ones that were selling cocoyams, the ones that were selling plantains, and how they would trick even to build that bundle in the back basket. When you shake the buckets like this, then the cocoyams would just melt down because they had to put, some kind of holes into it to make it look bomb. You know, the African market. If you've been at the Kumasi market or in any place, they will tell you when you see a bucket of oranges or a basket that is full, just shake it. It's gonna be fall down. Okay. So yes, and I observe all these techniques. And after they would do their deals, they would negotiate their prices, and later on, when the deal is good, they go to the market bar and they drink and they celebrate, and in the evening compliments, right? And so what was it? And now when we organize a platform like the Africa International Expo, and people are looking at it, it's a magic. that you're doing events in Europe. And I laughed. And I said, my great grandmothers, they did these things. And it was simple. It was a marketplace where people brought their talent. And at the other part, there was music and entertainment. And then there were food and bars and drinking and poetry. And people, you could hear only laughing, laughter, all the joy. Okay. And you get people when they more they're happy, Africans. When Africans are happy, they celebrate, they always give what we call rounds, right? And everybody will always say, do you want to drink something? Take it on my bill. Take it on my money. And everybody was happy. And even the market master come out to say, oh no, I'm a this. But us, most of the time, I hear somebody say the licking their lips. And it was just fun. It was just magic. Nothing. And I never thought I would find myself in Europe. I used to think Europe was like people don't even stay. I didn't think that people walk on feet. I thought people maybe just fly or do something because it was just like something else in our minds. And only for us and go through the process. And then just for us, after how many years, to just go back to your village life and start saying, but wait a minute, isn't this what I grew up seeing? Because the quotations, the terminologies, the words that they put to it. Oh, a CEO, and I cannot remember how many all of my village women were CEOs. How these women organize themselves and go from one farm to the other. And today we're talking about group economics. And when you call it group economics, they under themselves and look at books and research and study and research and study all these things, people. Themselves, put their monies and support one project to the other. They group themselves, go to one other's farms, they walk and they were singing and they were planning. You definitely watch all these videos on YouTube. In the farms in Kenya and everywhere. Groups. They form groups and they will sing their songs and they are walking and they're tilting, they're planting. The ones that are babysitting, babies. I used to be a babysitter. And that's why my name is Annie. I'm Annie because I'm a babysitter. That's the meaning of my name. So I went to the farms and I was the one babysitting. And you see, women love to, getting those kind of, because like I said, I always wanted to be where they are to understand what is going on. Just being inquisitive, you know. And so, yes, that is the Africa that you are. Don't try to do something else. Please just be yourself. Gather all those things. Oh, we need to do group economics. Oh, we need to build our own things. They did it. How did you think they built the pyramid? Was they one people? Did they go and take some credit and some fiat currency wasn't even existing? How did they come together to create and innovate things? And what is difficult that today we cannot? And we begin to say, oh, it's because of that. Yes, it's because of that. But what happened in those times? How can it that we can do it? What are they going to say about us that this generation did? Hmm? So yes, I just had to bring this wonderful, beautiful stories coming up from this election in Colombia to the a good example of our brothers and sisters in Zanzibar, in Tanzania, East Africa. All right. And I would be going around to see which country I can pick from West Africa or Central Africa. I know Ghana is going to be like, oh, we Ghanaians, know the kind of things that Ghanaians I will still reproach you about. But one thing that I cannot miss telling you out there is the village girls, the village youth. Look at me, the village girl. Look at just look at the biggest YouTuber. Hmm? Just look at him. You know his name. You know Wudemaya, the village boy. And so what is it that makes us so inferior? If you're watching me from the continent, you say, oh, no, I'm inferior because I'm from the village. These are village champions right here. Hmm? Rocking the global space and penetrating and being the global influencers, celebrities. You can be anything African. Just gather all the trash that you've been fed and throw it somewhere and focus on yourself. and start questioning yourself. What is it that I can do? What talents do I have? What is it that my heart beats at any time? Don't just follow the crowd because they say do like this, you just do. But if you're a scholar, we don't have any problem with that. But I'm just only trying to empower my young people on the continent, my mothers, my women, my kings, and in the diaspora, that if you ever feel inferior for anything on earth because you say, I cannot, talk to Dr. Susan Tatah on the Pan African Daily. I will show you 150% that you can and you can be the best. Okay? I'm going to give you the platform. I'm going to counsel you on what you can do. Whether it's creating a brand or getting a project or working for your people, and you're going to be the best ever. If you ever doubt that you cannot do anything, in every other thing, whatever you're doing, even if you're just minding your business and being you a housewoman, I can still show you how the best place to be is that where you are. I will prove it to you that just being you, your housewoman, and just doing your thing and just minding your business, taking care of the children, taking care of the compound, taking care of the house business is the best place to be. You are a celebrity housewoman. There's nothing out there that I must be this. The biggest CEOs are the housewomen. I saw it in the village. They're the biggest managers and the biggest and the richest. They always tie their monies here. We always put it here, okay? Or they tie it at the head of their wrappers at their loins. They're the biggest and the richest. At any time, I could call my mom, even right now, in her late 80s. She will send me money. Not me, not the contrary. So don't underestimate and don't be ashamed of yourself. Don't be ashamed of your humble background. And I don't even know why we always say humble background when we want to describe us coming from the village and that we don't. And we say, I come from a humble background. Why? You come from a great background. What is humble in trying to always put yourself, trying to put yourself always in the level that people have put you there. I'm from a humble beginning. And sometimes I always like, why? Why do we always use some of these things? My beginning, I come from a humble background. Like to say I'm a poor. What is poor? What is poor? What you call poor is what people are begging to buy with money. People are just wishing to be you, and you keep calling it poor. Hmm? Just begin to ask. Go to the village champion women. Cheryl Selo, I'm a village girl, but it's called the hood. I love my people. Yes, okay. Yeah, we call it the village. You call it the compound girl, but you call it the hood girls, right? The greatest and the latest great grandmother, Cheryl Penny, the latest swaggy, sweet grandmother. Okay, congratulations to you again, sister. We're going to celebrate this like never before. So thank you so much. Like I said, tomorrow I'll be coming live. I heard you, and I'm just doing what you call me to do. Today I was late, not because of me, because of technique or whatever. Ian told me they're just coming in from the fitness and they had to help me. So I made something, maybe I made some mistake. Yes, it is not poor. It's just being a natural person. I don't even down to earth. Earth is the best place to be because all of us, whether we fly, we're going to go back to earth. You've all seen it. That earth is the best place to be. Okay. But we can jungle between the bottom, top, and middle, but we stay on the ground, be at the level where you cannot fall. When you are earth on the earth, and that's why we say stay with the people on the ground because nothing happens. You fall, you can climb, and anything that goes up falls again. Please stay there. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your comments. Whatever your beautiful self it. Yeah, I don't know. And you see, And the summertime is coming, and we're gonna be showing our beautiful skins again out there. I'm not gonna be wearing some, but and people say, oh no, I like the way. Yeah, that's the way we are, unapologetically loving our skin, loving ourselves, enjoying us the way we are. Okay, so I want to wish all of you a nice time, and I thank you for joining me. And like I said, please make sure you are always in touch. When you hear the jingles on the Pan African Daily, do not even just know that every good thing is going to come your way. You're going to be spiritually fulfilled, just like we're doing here. But I just always hope that we have that we have our 12-12 calendar. Please, Lawrence, you're saying you have 30 more minutes to go. Why 30 more minutes? Why? Set your alarms at 12:12 p.m. Wrong. Set your alarms on 12:12 p.m. Your solidarity alarm. You can never go. You can never go wrong. You know. And some people are like, we want to understand. We just want to have a day. Want to see your day how it looks like. I'll be doing all that for you. I'll show you the back office. I'll show you what I do. I'll show you my lazy moments, even times where I'm just lazy. I don't want to do anything. So it's all about, how hard work in narratives. Are lazy. Africans, that's why their continent is not developing. Africans are this, Africans are, just let Africans be. Just in Africans' business and see how they just evolve on their own. Don't try to always bring your long self, how you teach them everything. And see how Africans just flow. Just see how natural they enjoy their environment. Thank you watching from Tanzania, Magufuli land. You're so proud, right? Yes, I have to visit. I guarantee you, I cannot. I'm just telling Synovia and Cheryl, you better make sure you're sending this village girl to Tanzania. Okay, I mean, by the end of this week, I should be in Tanzania. I cannot wait. I want my feet to touch the land of Magufuli, to touch the land of this great ancestor. I want my feet to just be in the atmosphere where Excellency Samia and all his people, beautiful people, are. I might not even go to Kilimanjaro, but I just want to be around, even just for 2 days, and I come back. I want to tap that energy. Okay. I just want to be there before the expo. And I'm going to promise you that my senior executive women, now their ears on board because they know, oh, they will have to get a ticket. They will have to. Okay. So we thank you so much. We thank you so much for joining us. We thank you so much for connecting. Just be yourself, whoever you are, wherever you are, whether you're African, all of us came from Africa. Please just be yourself. Just be yourself. We are not holding you accountable for anything. And don't apologize for things that you don't know and you don't know. Africans, you find yourself sometimes always say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what? What are you sorry for? Who are you sorry to? You're not sorry for anything. Maybe we should be sorry for ourselves that we missed all this time thinking that we should have been doing something. I think that's what we should be sorry for. We should be sorry for ourselves for wasting all this time thinking that there was something somewhere else where there is nothing. There's just nothing. It's just us. Like I said, gather all these things, throw them somewhere else. All right. And even if you try to educate our people and to share this information and to convince them that it is just okay where they are at that time, the right time, whatever we have, we're going to share with you. My creative women on the Pan African Daily and even in my community, they know when Dr. Susan Tatah say I don't have, it doesn't mean I have something and kept somewhere. And somebody was telling me, no, why are you always saying that? It's because we Africans are always saying we don't have money. And I said, what should we say? Because money is not a value that makes it all. We have more than money. So why should I be going and telling people I have money? For what? I have more than money. I have a million followers. I'm a billionaire. That's how we Africans are. You have money when you have people. You don't have people, you don't have anything. You are the poorest person. You can get all the fiat currencies or whatever you have. Without people, zero. Nobody, you won't even get a title in the village. You know why they give you titles? And we begin to, and you see installment, oh, I'm Nana, I'm this. So you know why they give you titles? Because you're man of the people. You are for your people. You are Ubuntu. You have the 12 gene in you, and they will give you a red feather depending on the categories that you save. Okay. And that is your wealth, because that entitlement, even when you pass on, would be put at your wall, and your great grand would always see that you were an entitled personality. It's the same thing when we start giving award. Award is an entitlement. All right. So we say we need to award ourselves. Yes, it's a hot show here. And I can see you out there. It should be about midnight or what, and you are still watching from the continent. That's how wake I want you people to be. Do you see me put my times when I come live on the Pan African Daily? No, because we never dealt with time. I remove all that thing. Even the flyers I don't do anymore. I don't follow that pattern anymore. You just see me, you know I'm here. You hear the jingle, you know I'm here. That's the village culture of the African. Until they brought us some things that begin to confuse us all time and time. And got our mothers and our people, and we did. But they used to follow just the clock, the time, the sun, and the moon. And they would tell you. And they can really tell you. My grandmother would look and say, oh, now I think it's midday. And you look at your clock, it's 12. What is it that we were not given Africans? What? We were not given. Just tear everything, throw it, and just be yourself and begin to see how you prosper. And don't worry about how much money I have in my account. Because by keeping monies in your account, money is meant to circulate to help people from one to this. But the moment you take it and keep it stuck, you're committing a sin. It's a crime. Give it away. I tell you a couple of times. All right. Yes. Thank you so much. Paul Daniel said, yeah, you said a lot of things and I appreciate it. We have to go backwards. I'm not telling you anytime I come live, whether it's 12 or what, if you had subscribed and you have clicked your notification bell, there will be no reason for you to be always. You see, I come sometimes in the night and like, let me just find out how we're here. That's how our continent means you're not focused on all these guys, because that's what distracts us a lot. And they will come and take everything and take you even when you're sleeping. So we need to be awake. We need to be conscious. We need to be in our element. We need to be in ourselves. We need to stop the distraction. Today we see our young people, they're walking on the street with, earpieces, and they're driving and they're watching their phones. Oh my God. And I said, I don't know how much Most High loves us so much to protect us. And you look at something, you're like, oh, I do that foolishness sometimes. When I get back to myself, I'm like, what is just wrong? What is just wrong with us? Okay? What is just wrong? Be in your element. Don't be out of yourself. That's the point. Don't be out of your element. Don't be just in this physical. Be in your spiritual form. You're awake. You're as conscious as you are. You can go wrong. Never. Connect with the people that matter. Even with those that don't matter, don't mind about them. Try and try and try. You hear that statement that they say, you have to kiss 1,000 frogs to find the king. Okay. You know what I mean. We are all adults here. All right. So we can create anything. There's nothing that should be above us. If we knew what we know now, we would have been much better. our families would have been better, our relationships, our children, our music, our food, our knowledge of ourselves. But this is the right time. This is your time, Africa. It is the right time that you have to so that you can do better. Okay? It's midnight now in East Africa, but I still am here on the show. No more sleeping. Pan African Daily is very interesting. This is it. Midnight. Nobody's going to sleep. Keep awake. Africans, be awake. There's no more time. We're going to retire and go to the land of our ancestors, and we have so much time to sleep out there. Okay, if we will not be having so much, some other things to do. But right now that we're seeing ourselves in this flesh, borrowed flesh, let us enjoy. Why we would be sleeping? But it's because we always have to go somewhere. Hey, Elder Marvin is here. Lupe. I told you last night that the creator of Lupe is here. Okay. This one here, that's Elder Marvin. You say it. And he said it. Love, unity, and empowerment. Love, unity, empowerment. Baba, I salute you. How was your day? How was the meeting of yesterday? I just wish you will be with me in the studio to explain this, Lupe. I don't know whether I was using some French jargon, but from what I heard you said was, yeah, you are putting an adage to the 12-12 solidarity alarm. So we're going to be calling it 12-12 Lupe. Okay. And as Parker said, we've been sleeping too long. Yes, we've been sleeping too long. Why should we be sleeping now? We have time now to just spend with ourselves. All right. Catching up. We have a lot of catch up to do. I told you, we have a lot of catch up to do. Yes, Pan African Daily is my pre workout show. Tell me, David, what are you doing? Are you jogging and like listening to all the sweet stories and noise? What are you doing? Walking or you're eating something and just listening? I love that. Yes, this is the best place that we have to be when our elders are coming up. Yeah, Emmanuel is saying exactly. That's the way. That's the word. All of us should be adopting it. Adopt it. Adopt it right now. Adopt it. And you know who Elder Marvin is? That's the $1 one Africa. $1 one Africa prophet. Okay. And he always get the message from the ancestors and relay it. And he was given this precious one: love, unity, peace, and empowerment, to add it up to the 12-12 solidarity alarm. Who can be the chosen people than you, Africans? Who can be the chosen people as us, Pan African Daily TV Global Family? No one like you, no one compared to you. The love, the harmony, the joy, the spirit that we feel here is unmatchable, authentic. Nobody's going to tell us original. It's authentic. Johnny Boy, I see you all here. Thank you. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. The late lady pedigraphs. Yes. No more sleeping. GB travelers. Wow. From Ghana. Our photographer, the traveling photographer. He says, Sister Susan, my dear, it's great to see you laughing again. Love and blessings. Yes. Yes. I mean, when it's time to cry, we cry. It's just an emotion, right? These are emotions. These are emotions. It's just the same like you laugh. Emotions that fit into each category at any given time. All right. Much love, family. Johnny Boy, thank you so much. Yes, Lupe. So that could be our greeting. That's what Elder Marvin is saying. This can be our greetings among each of us. So we come here every time. We say Lupe. We drink water and mind our African business. Lupe. Wow. Drink water and mind our African business. Lupe. That's gonna be our greetings on the Pan African Daily TV. So make sure you are in the spirit. Okay, you are in this moment. Don't miss it. You see, Cheryl is sharing love with Johnny Boy. That's how unique this family here is. Okay. Yes, we are an inspired people who get our understanding from the Most High. Of course, that is who we are. So imagine who has to teach you something. Who should be teaching? Now you begin to get into it, essence of it. They just give you everything. They give you everything because that, how do I want to put it? That blind, that blind that was put upon us, that layer is falling off. And so you get your antenna is directly connected. This one is elevated, open. You know what I mean by this one. It's open. And so you connect directly. They give you every message. To be honest with you, I think anything that I think, I see it. Anything that I want, I get it. When you are there, you just are there. Okay, you just are there. Please, the more way you get away. Now I understand some of the things where the Bible used, get away from the world, depart yourself from all these material things, and then come back to the spirit. And we used to think it means when you leave and then you go somewhere, and then we begin to say it's vanity. No, mm-mm. Exactly. Exactly. I didn't want to call the name Elder Marvin, but you're saying it, the pineal gland. Go and research Africans what the meaning of this is. What is the meaning? And when you get it, then you begin to download what your ancestors brought to you. Okay. You begin to see your purpose and the meaning why you are here. Yes, Tata Zambe begins to guide you. Yeah, and guide you and curate your path. And you can make no mistake anymore. You can never walk in that path. Even when you want to derail, they correct you, they warn you, they show you, they put you back to that path where you belong. Okay? So, yes, we have to connect. And it is only one thing, Lupe. It is only the 12-12 movement. I am because you are. Okay? Nothing else matters. I've told you we have no business with the world. We have just that. I have, I give you, you have, you give me, we share, we relax, and that's all. We don't have no business here. Don't go and carry baggages, and go to leave it one day and begin to cry, how did I make it here? You don't need it. Just give it away and be free and be yourself. Don't follow any rules or any kind of things that is not elevating your people, that is not, uniting. Anything that is separating people, that has to do with hate, that has to do with I don't like this one, I don't like her, oh, she doesn't like me. Separate yourself from that and say, no, that's not correct. Push it out and just drink water. And get the lupe into you. All right, so what else? I think we're done for tonight. Lawrence, I respected your 30 minutes. We have 2 minutes to go, so this show will be 1 hour, 30 minutes today. I intended to really keep it short on 1 hour, but because I see your inspiration and your motivation, and those that are watching from the continent, staying awake to get this, to be in the space, to share, you know, our existence, our powerful existence, nothing else matters because we are in the crossover. We crossed over already in Detroit, and every other thing now is just enjoyment. We're just enjoying life. I don't know any other person that can tell me that you've been following us on the Pan African Daily and you're still the same. I don't know any. Those that don't follow are those that just say, oh, maybe I get it. And now they are about now multiplying, right? Like a coop. Salama. Salama, my brother. Thank you so much. Mariko. Salama. Yes. We have to. We have to keep that touch. We have to keep the light burning. And so we connect every day. You want to share the studio with me? Let me share you the link tomorrow or anytime. And we just sit in the studio and do nothing else, sharing updates, conversations, happenings, you don't know. Thank you so much, Santisana. Yes, you know it all. Okay. Osiku mwema. Osiku mwema means good night in Swahili. Osiku mwema. Emmanuel Sebedayo, is that Swahili or that is true? Is that? Hmm? Osiku mwema. Osiku mwema. Asante. Yes, means good night. You see? So you're going to be popping those words. Yes, Zolamuntu. 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 Yeah, you see? Wow. Good, good, good. We're going to be rocking. Oh, it's exactly 1 hour, 30 minutes. Thank all of you for connecting, and we are going to see ourselves again tomorrow. I don't know whether Cheryl will be ready to come and share how she just become the greatest young latest grandmother. The experience, you know. I don't know. She doesn't want to leave her for 1 second. But Sherry, honestly, we would love to share your joy with you. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. We will. We will. Everything that we're setting on, we will. And for those of you interested that still want to get on board to the expo, please reach out to us. You want to partner, you want to support, you want to share your contribution. We're all open. We're bringing you live and everything. Even our merchandising page is currently being under construction from one of our funders and our supporters. And so you're going to get all our merch. People that have been asking, you're going to get your t-shirts, I drink water and mind my African business, and your drinking cups from there. All right. You just now the load, drop it at your own shop, and everything is going to be okay. So you choose your color t-shirt and you put it down on it. I'm going to make it so easy and accessible for everyone on the continent and diaspora to be a part of the project. So what we do, we're just giving you the sample logos, and you can choose your color t-shirts and just be good to go, isn't it? As simple as that. Yes, we are so excited. The senior executive team, the young executive team are putting out everything at your disposal. We're not going to any above the hour, and we see us live again tomorrow. Be adding Lupe to offset your alarms, and we are going to see ourselves. Good night to you, Tuku Pamoja. We see ourselves tomorrow. And for all of you that are going to bed, those that are working, I say good day and keep one another. Ubuntu 1212 Lupe. Good night.
After centuries of misguidance caused by slavery, colonization, lack of awareness of our history, and institutional disinformation, a new Africa is on the move, determined and getting organized. Africa tuko pamoja. Welcome to the United Kingdoms of Great Africa. The United Kingdoms of Great Africa is the credo of the alliance movement of all African intelligences around a common ideal, the unity and development of a strong, conquering and completely dedogmatized Africa through the channel of a strong organization called the Africa We Want Global. You are an African, Afro-descendant, researcher, historian, scientist, or simply an NGO. You want to be part of this great historical march towards the total freedom of an uninhibited Africa? Visit our website www.africawewantglobal.org. Register and discover the range of our platforms for change. AfricaWeWantGlobal.org. Join the kingdom, be part of it. An initiative of Dr. Susan Tatah.
You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tatah. The Africa we want. Unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherlands calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. be the new Africa.